Dante, is there something specific that you've worked on this offseason that you want to get better at than last year?
I would just say I was watching a lot of film on run fit stuff. You know, I don't always have to be in the box, but when I get in the box, I want to be able to know how to play and style to play to do it. A lot of my stuff has been cerebral to give my body rest. And obviously during this camp, where I'm gonna take time is to readjust myself and critique some things that I was doing, like angles on tackling and certain man techniques and things like that. But overall, just it's been a lot of mental cerebral things I've been having to do since they kind of told me to sit down and be a veteran coach out here.
How has it been just having a Dante in here now? That's obviously competition. How's that sort of been for you so far?
It's been great, man. Devontae is a great dude, very competitive dude, which is the mindset of a Reaper. You're gonna see he's a big hitter, big, strong dude, rowdy guy, like a lot of energy. He brings a lot of skill set to the room. Because you got me and Glenn at free, and then you got Bo and Devontae at boundary. So you know we got some dogs ready to go. So you're gonna see some very good things out of us.
I'm sure you probably already asked this, but kind of how would you rate your first season playing lacrosse and being with the team, and how do you think of the season went?
Right, it was very fun. It was an experience of my life. I'm so glad I made that decision. The guys are very lacrosse is like a close knit. There's like 50 guys, so like they're real tight. They welcome me with open arms. Coach told me with open arms. Jake and Jesse and everybody. So it was just a time of my life, man. Like they were really like family oriented and player led, and I kind of like brought some of those things to football and like, well, this is what they do, and this, I'm saying, like, but it was a challenge in itself, like, the heavy schedule I was doing, balancing football and lacrosse, and making sure I was going to play to the ability that I need to play after taking 3 years off. So, yeah, man, I had the time of my life. Met some great dudes like Brett Maycar, John Geppert, all those guys, man. And, love them all. So.
And is it tough transitioning back, after? I mean, because the conditioning is a little different. It's just kind of different skill sets. Is it any sort of difficulties to kind of transition back, or is it just like smooth, bam, ready to go?
I'm kind of different in that element because it's like I think a lot of things is mind over matter. It's a lot of things mindset in terms of transitioning to me, like conditioning and strength and the playbook. Like it's all in your head to me. Like I came back and I was pretty good and pretty strong and pretty in shape, but it's just like that's just me. That's just me. Don't call me out for other people, but it's been a kind of cool transitioning back as they're limiting me each and to get me fully back and ready because that's a lot. That was a whole year on my body of 2 sports, so they kind of protected me in that way.
And what do you kind of expect from you, in the back this year? But obviously that's leading returning tackler. You guys had a lot of success, especially towards the end of the season. So what are kind of your expectations for you two?
The sky's the limit. Just every expectation, every doubt, every limit, every whatever, positive, negative, just make people eat their words. We're very competitive. We take everything with a grain of salt that comes from outsiders in terms of negative and the positive we incorporate in our game. But it's more of what me and him been doing this past 2 months. It's like, look, bro, we made some plays, but that does not cover up the X amount of plays that we missed. And I don't care if we're put in bad situations, you got to be able to knock that down. That's just who we are. So we need to be able to capitalize on those plays, keep staying connected, make those big plays that we needed to make, and everything takes care of itself. But at the end of the day, we need to focus on being great communicators and great leaders, great teammates, and great individuals at the end of the day. Because if you're the more vocal ones, what are you gonna do? They're gonna listen to you for leader time. So we got to stay consistent in those areas.
And just looking at the corners in front of you, obviously you got 2 guys that were drafted, this spring. You get Sharky back. Got some newcomers like Jaquan up there in front of you. I mean, what have you thought of kind of this new cornerback group, and how are they looking?
They're coming along. I mean, it's hard changing schools or getting into that role where you got to gain experience. Like I said, Jaquan Shepard, Corey Coley, you got Gavin Gibson too. He's been there for a while, and these guys want to work, competitive, and everybody keeps talking about Banks and JB leaving, but we got some dudes left. We got some dudes. Like we got some more depth. We got some young guys coming up, but these guys are getting challenged. They gotta have to step up. Like we all are. Like show goes on, the ball keeps rolling, Coach Baker's going to keep coaching, which he's been doing. You know, they should do pretty well this year.
And finally, I heard you mention something about your angles, and Bo kind of mentioned the same. Has that kind of been an emphasis for you guys, coming into the season?
Yes, sir. The big two things about a safety is your eyes and angles. Everything is angles for us. 45, 90, 120, like downhill, straight on the line. And tackling is none but angles and leverage, pad level. And what is safety known for? Tackling. Making plays on the ball is kind of, we have that ability. Obviously, you put some of your coins in there, but most of our coins are going to be putting on tackling and improving the areas that we need to fix. And but yeah, that's the overarching theme, and we're going to be doing a lot of things to make sure we're knocking all those guys down when they get on the field.